Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Esports Wales. This is the Valorant tournament. We're back after last year. It was spring or so. It was really good split. There's some really good competitions, and most of the teams have had a little bit of a switch up. One or two players leaving here and there and coming back, and we look forward to getting back into it. I mean, last time it was very heavily dominated by the Swans, I seem to remember, and there was quite a few sort of like levels of teams that sort of managed to stack themselves up with like very dominant, less dominant, and then as you got further down the list of teams, there was some teams that didn't do quite so well. The teams have mixed up a little bit this time, so we'll see coming into this tournament if things are going to be a little bit more balanced out. But yeah, it's going to be a really good one moving forward with Valorant. Since the last time we streamed Welsh Esports as well, we've got a new agent. Of course, got Deadlock. I've just re-downloaded Valorant. Haven't played it in like a month or so, and had a little look in game at Deadlock. Really interesting agent. Great ultimate, very good ultimate that drags a whole player over towards the finishing point in this sort of cocoon of web. And when they get to the finishing point, they die instantly. The team can save them by shooting it down, of course, but it's a really good way in a 1v2 to isolate the second player, or in a 1v1 just to absolutely dominate with the power of that ultimate. Tonight we will be having the Goats versus the Dragons, and last time they played off, I saw was 13-12 to the Goats. So Dragons on a little bit of a back foot, and also, but this time they're coming with, I think maybe one or two different players. Let's have a little look. We got Staya, Via, Great Molly, Satania. Yeah, so quite a lot of regular names we did see in the last Welsh Esports League. So that is Molly, Stator, Yavia, Grape, and Satania for the Dragons. Naif, Kriomi, Lendorf, Edie, and Mordecai, or Edai, for the Goats. And I do have some notes to in my crazy little messy line notebook from the last time we did this. Let's see, the Dragons. They lost to Lotus and they won a defense on Fracture, Haven, and Pill all in a row. So they were doing pretty good against. And then moving forward, yeah, there's a whole bunch of little notes, but it's actually quite messy. Not a lot of really useful information there, I'm afraid. Just a few little ticks next to certain player names and stuff as well. We do also have a Edu cast coming in shortly to join me. It isn't going to be a solo cast all night, so there will be two of us as soon as possible. But we're trying to get into the action and keep the schedule running. This will be the only match tonight, so stay tuned. Watch every second of it. You know, there's only going to be the Ghosts versus the Dragons. Unfortunately, the next lineup did have to drop out, so we normally do have two matches in one evening, but this is just the only match we've got tonight. So stay tuned. Should be pretty action-packed, and we will be back next Thursday and for 3 Thursdays following from now, doing a whole round robin between all these teams and seeing which team can really come out on top with the most win points off the other side. Got some great observer who was with us last time as well, Caravan. Shout out to Caravan, Casual Cutie doing the production. Thank you very much, and big up to Welsh Esports for putting this on and providing a platform for everyone in Wales to get into the esports industry and have practice in a more professional setting. It's really good to get these opportunities out for the younger players. I've been looking at some of the players' profiles. There's not a lot of info, but they are generally quite young, like 18, 19, coming out of high school into uni. And so that is a really good time to get into the professional esports leagues and sort of set yourself up as a pro player. And there was a couple of players in the last time we did Welsh Esports League that definitely looked like they could have a future in professional Valorant. And Valorant isn't the only game we do as well. There's plenty of other games around. You can check out on the website Welsh Esports and see all the different games that we do inside the different leagues, and those run throughout the year, and various events. There was like a conference recently as well. Couldn't make it down, coming from all the way from Newcastle, but we'll try and make something in the future as well. So check out the website if you're interested in what else Welsh Esports has to offer, and follow on Twitter, etc. There's an Instagram too, and there's a new meta platform as well. Fred's just been set up today as well. So if you have just signed up to Fred's, you can follow there too. We're putting in at half time, so it will be a solo cast for the first half of this game. But stick with me. I have done this before. I used to cast PUBG as a producer and solo caster and observer and everything all in one. So let's get a little bit of nostalgia back to lockdown 2020 when I was doing it all myself. Should be starting any second now. The team are all in the lobby, ready to go. And I'm not sure what map we're starting with. I haven't seen the map pools. If there's any map information, just send me through on Discord, and I'll dig that out. Everyone in the lobby is saying they are ready, so we should be starting in a second. It's Ascent to start with. I'm not sure who's voted for that, to be honest. But we will be coming into Ascent with That is Stator. So that is the Dragons on the attacking side and Goats defending. Does look like the Goats know what they're doing when it comes to the Agent Select. They've locked in 4 agents instantly. They've definitely got a lineup for this map that they're used to, prepared. Eddie on the Sova, Unfair on the Kaio, Kriomi on the Jet. Mordecai on the Killjoy, locked in as well. Lendoff on my favourite agent, Omen. Pretty much meta for Ascent, really. I mean, do have Via hovering the Astra. I mean, that is a viable pick, but it's a couple of one-ways really good for an Omen if you're pushing out of the A side. You know, you've got one way there, and there's one ways entering other little choke points on this map, so might see Via change over to Omen in just a second.
Select your agent.
Does look like the Astra did get locked finally as well, so that will stay in there. So it's going to be an Omen versus Astra. We'll see a slight difference in the way these teams play throughout the game, using those two completely different controllers. And there will be no teleport or one ways on the side of the Astra. And also Satania going for Neon. Can be quite useful on this map, especially in aggressive defense. You can get those early stuns out. Can be very different dynamic though, especially considering the double controller on the side of the Goats and just single controller on the side of the Dragons. There is a KJ on both teams as well, so we will see lockdowns coming in. More often than not on the A side, of course. There's a nice little cubby hold for it there. Traps quite a lot on that side of the map. Can be used on the B side at times. Not so much of a fan of it. You know, the B side can be quite wide. You can leave the whole of Boathouse open and quite a few points you can still look out of. Could be bonus having the Astra though. You can cover more points with the smokes, more than just 2, especially if Omen's on recharge. Kriomi looking like gonna send some early aggression down the A side, and interestingly enough, does seem like the Goats have stacked A side and predicted the fact that there's going to be an attacking stack too. So if we look over at A, yeah, we've got a very, very early push from Kriomi, but caught off guard rushing into the entire team there, taken out instantly by Grape. A little bit of an assist there from Stator as well, and then Molly gets another kill. Goat Edie does strike back and gets a Tanya. That's pretty good. They slowed the attack down a little bit there, but you know, there's still 4 on the attacking side. And now they're going to go for the rotation after Grape's taken down to half health. They stacked the defenders have stacked A. They're going to stick around a little bit, but you know, it's gone completely silent, so they're going to see this rotation coming any second now, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them start moving on the map. And yes, they have started moving on the map already. Could be a re-rotate back through to A. Might not be a bad idea. It does look like that's what they're going to do. Recon dart comes out over towards B side, doesn't catch anything, so we do see a re-rotate from Lendoff, moving back into heaven there. Smoke coming down on the entrance, but they've come through tree now, and an instant headshot from Stator knocks Lendoff down. They get the spike down. It's a 4v2, and it's looking pretty comfortable for this plant now. A little bit of sound up in the heaven. Maybe might have heard them there, but they've pushed through tree now, and Edie does get 1 kill on Avia. There's no more smokes now.
Not ready yet.
Dragon's got no more smokes left. Won't be able to. Once this smoke drops, that will be it for them. Recon Dart comes out. 2v3 though for the goats, and the goat get. Edie gets 2. That's an excellent headshot there. But where is the last player? Does Edie know? The Molly lineup has kept it back, and now another Molly comes out, and it's going to be the end of Edie yet. Molly finish Edie off, and first round does go over to the Dragons. So we saw that early aggression backfire there. Unfortunately, it was a good call, but maybe doing it by yourself was a bit too much. So if you're going to do that early aggression, it can be good to do it with, you know, an assistant of a flash or an assistant of another duelist or something. But yeah, rushing into a five-person squad can be suicide at times, and it definitely was then. There was not any, or there was about 50 damage done onto Grave, and that was it before they lost their life. Kriomi probably going to take it a little bit slower now, or maybe have a bit of backup, but it is, of course, save round for the goats, unless they decide to force, but can't see that happening. There's just one sheriff on the side of Kriomi, and Kriomi going to peek into mid, but it doesn't let him be pushing into mid. The stack will be coming through B main, so it's going to be whether Kriomi makes that push into mid and tries to make a flank, or just pushes back and comes through market, etc. to defend B side with the team. Over on the A site, we've only got Mordecai there. Should be moving back over as soon as they hear how busy this site is going to be. And, just to take a quick tech pause there, and everyone's ready, so we will be getting straight back into it. See if Molly's got any more mollies for the spike. That was, I think, she was standing like right back where the lineup. I didn't see if she used the lineup, but she was standing in that area. So it's good. It's good if she has got those lineups. That's going to help them out a lot with those A site plants. And there will be a peek into mid from Grape as Kriomi is desperate for this kill, pushing forward with the sheriff and almost gets one, but Via with the Spectre sprays down and comes out on top. Nice shots. Good try again from Kriomi, but I do think maybe wants to start playing with the team a little bit more, staying alive, or at least making these pushes with the backup of further util and guns from the teammates. Unfair, hanging out behind that smoke there. Will be left alone as they've just pushed straight back through mid. Looks like they're moving over to A site now. Via gets another kill with a Spectre on Unfair, so it is the Dragons looking pretty good right now. A little bit of silence as they decide where to go from mid. All 5 of them in mid. They're just got to decide which direction to go and take it. I mean, they do have 48 seconds. I think there's a bit of time to make this decision, but you know, they had a bit of momentum. It's good to keep that going, keep rolling, steamrolling through the players. Maybe they haven't managed to get full info. Go Edie, yep. Shooting Satania. Satania makes that move around the site, but unfortunately Mordecai misses there with the Marshal, and Statwall gets 2 with the Bulldog. Lendoff last one standing now. Not going to be able to do much against 3 players, especially, you know, you've got Molly there with full health, spike down. There's probably going to be lineups, or at least swarm grenades left by that spike. But, you know, Lendoff going to do their best. About to peek a Spectre though, and the crosshair is too low. Looking at the floor, gets sprayed down by Via. 3k for Via in that round. And it's 2-1 now to the Dragons. Goat's going to have a buy round now, of course. They will be getting their rifles in. Dragons on that bonus, so it's a chance for the Goats to get that back. So far they've been looking a little bit confused with the pressure. Like the pressure is coming in thick and fast from the Dragons. It's pretty hot, and they're gonna have to be coordinated a little bit better. And like I said, if Kriomi wants to keep making this aggression, it needs to be done with someone else. I think can't just be done alone. Edie sending a recon dart straight out to B main. They're just going to stand back from that, I think. Maybe just wait for it to finish scanning. Pushing in slowly. No noise made. Grape on the Sheriff. You know, no big buys for them this round. They are on their bonus, moving forward towards a full team of rifles. Shot dart comes out. Doesn't do any damage. Orb grabbed. And Turret does see them a little bit, but now looks like Unfair. Does catch the rotation through mid, at least a little sight of it, so gonna keep an eye on that, but not sure if it's going to keep on moving or not. They did seem to move a little bit back towards B, but now, yeah, it is looks like It is looking like, yeah, they're going to come towards a fruit tree, but yeah, excellent little camp there from Cryomi, but Grape does trade out with the Sheriff, so excellent shots there from Grape. Good headshot. Molly's going to come back from Unfair to slow them down a little bit. Grape still looks keen to push in. Does manage to stop getting their abilities disabled there. Molly with the stinger takes down Unfair.
Recalling my bot.
Maybe they don't need weapons after all, but are you going to check the left? Easy headshot for Edie, but Stowell with the Bulldog. It's good trades coming through. It's actually looking pretty good for the Dragons in this save round. They managed to pick up a Vandal too as well. Spike Planter killed though with 10 seconds left. Lendoff making up for where they fumbled the bag last round. I mean, it was only a classic, I say fumbled the bag, but couldn't save the team last round. And there is now not enough time to get that spike down, so it will be the GOATs. Excellent kill there from Lendoff just in time, and now running away to save that Vandal. The last Vandal they have, so that's going to be a big bit of damage to the economy of the GOATs, but at least they get around on the board. At least they've got one Vandal and full shield still in hand, but rest of the team not looking like they're going to be able to all buy Vandals and full shields. Maybe 2 Vandals and 2 half shields is all they can do. But of course now the Dragons are moving in with full Vandals themselves. There was one Phantom there, but no, switched over to a Vandal. And they're looking pretty good for money. Starro and Veer with 5,550, 5,600 credits in the bank. 3 rifles on the side of the Ghosts. Yeah, the Ghosts are looking to continue this, and Cryomi just running to their death yet again with this aggression. Might be worth switching it up a little bit, but now Satania with the attacking aggression rushes through and headshots Unfair down. Edie does manage to trade, but then Veer trades back again straight away. Satania's deep in the pocket of the Goats, and there's one more, but no, it's traded out again by Lendoff. Now Lendoff has got to do a 1v3 yet again. At least this time, he's got himself a Phantom. But it's not going to be easy when they're all on site there. Smoke comes out. Lendoff's got 1 smoke himself. And no, it's not going to be enough. Veer with the instant headshot. Veer getting plenty of kills this round. This game, this even, so see in a second when we see the buy, just how many kills Veer's got. 5 kills for Veer, 6 for Statall. Edie's doing pretty good for the Goats though, you know, 8 kills up there for Edie, but unfortunately Unfair. Mordecai with 0 kills so far. On the defensive side, it's been a little bit tricky for Unfair and Mordecai. And Cryomi, only 1 kill for all that aggression. Going to be back on the Sheriff. Look like Unfair might be disconnected though. That's the little logo we see on the ping. Might have to take a little break for that, I'm not sure. But yeah, standing in spawn, if you look at the mini map, there is no movement for Unfair, and he hasn't got many kills so far. His util has been pretty useful in holding them back and keeping their abilities down, but will be again a B-side push, but looks like the turret's out for that early aggression, trying to catch Cryomi off guard again. Cryomi is actually over on A side though. Maybe everyone's not going to make a push. Looks like they're hanging out a little bit more around generator rather than the actual site wall. But yeah, that is a tech pause for 24 seconds to go, maybe to let Unfair reconnect. So I guess Cryomi's actually just bunny hopping around, practicing their movement, maybe going to move up to that barrier wall for that early aggression, but definitely needs to start doing it with a teammate or stop doing it altogether. Big B site aggression. Goats Unfair has reconnected. Good stuff. Will be a couple of seconds till they're moving. Yep, they're moving now, and should be able to restart that timer any second. Coming back into it. Everyone's ready in the chat. We're ready to go. I'm ready. Are you ready? They've changed their mind. It looks like it was originally a bit of a B main. Now it's going to go for the mid. I mean, that is the direction the turret's pushing. I thought that was going to protect the flank, I guess, but now it's going to protect their push. In case anyone does make a really aggressive push on that catwalk, but it's might be better off now they're making that push in the mid, pointing the turret at B main. But
Watching here.
to take mid control pretty easily. Just it's going to be a matter of gaining that control towards market. I mean, Unfair doesn't have any armor. Only has a Sheriff. Edie as well, no armor. Sheriff. Hunter's Fury online for Edie, but might be better off saved for a better situation than when you're on a save round with no armor. Unless this clutch situation comes out, but Lendoff. Cryomi does actually get a headshot on Satania with the Sheriff, so Definitely proving they can do it when the situation's right. Lendorf getting 2, but Stator trades back with 2 for themselves. Via gets 1. Kriomi does fall. Yeah, we're gonna be hard for the Goats to keep defending against that rush of Vandals and Phantoms. Mordecai does have a half shield, but just a sheriff to the name. There is a rifle over there. Not sure what that brimstone is. Seems like a little bit of a bug. Via headshots Mordecai straight away as well. And, oh! Yeah, another one for Via. So Via might be on top of the kill kick for her team. Looking good tonight, Via. Well done. Statwall. Let's have the ultimate online. Loads of ultimates for the Dragons. Free for the Goats as well, though. And we're going to see a full buy round for both teams. It's been a bit... I don't think we've seen full Vandals, full Shields for both teams yet. It would be interesting to see full Vandal, full Shield, and full ults moving forward. But, I mean, Grape's going to be using the Blade Storm, so it doesn't need a Vandal necessarily. Going to pick up a Vandal if they manage to get their kills. Kriomi will be doing the same, so we've got a bit of a Kriomi versus Grape situation going on. Maybe Blade Storm versus Blade Storm. Yeah, get out of my way as Grape moves in, but Lendorf's right there with the Vandal. Is it going to be enough? It's going to be 1, but it's going to get traded out by Via.
3 suppressed.
3 suppressed for unfair. That's looking good. Good bit of info. Holds them back a little bit. Heavy rotation coming through, though, from the side of the Goats, and they have left B side a little bit clear, though there is Killjoy's util over there. You know, you've got a couple of swarm grenades and the turret. Edie sending the drone out, does spy Grape, and gets a tag into Grape, so it's going to hold them back a little bit further again. Wouldn't be surprised to see the Dragons rotate off this. They seem to be liking their rotations, but Mordecai's also aware of this, is in mid, but no, the attack of Killjoy comes out. And, it will be a Hunter's Fury to trade out the lockdown. Is it going to get it? Yeah, it will get it. Lockdown destroyed. Via gets Kriomi before Kriomi can get a shot off with the Blaze Storms, and Edie and Unfair get one of their own. Looking good for the Goats right now. They're ahead in defense for one of the first times. The only other round they got, it was against the odds. It was against the numbers. We had Lendorf with that excellent kill and perfect timing. But now, for the first time, they do have a 3v2. Stato on extremely low health. Won't be wasting that ult for making this push, I don't think. Grape going to try and get an early kill. Get in, but no, and Stato falls to a shock dart. Excellent headshot there from Grape. Grape's going to pick up the spike now and take another peek, but there's 18 seconds left. Needs to get this kill, needs to get this plant. There's one in tree, there's one behind the dice. It's going to be extremely difficult to do, but can they get one? Grape gets one, and is it going to be another? Yes, Grape spins and takes down Unfair and gets the spike down. Big kill money and big splant money. That is great stuff from Grape. And yet again, even when the Goats had the numbers in their favour, the Dragons strike back and take control. Really, really good stuff there from Grape, who was quite low on the kill count for their team earlier on, but now moved up. 3 kills in that round, moving up to 5 kills. Losing the Blade Storm, going to save back up for that ult, but they do have Cosmic Divide and the Null Command. Also, got Satania with the ult too. That could be pretty interesting moving in to this next round if they're going to show yet again some aggression. There is an operator though in the hands of Kriomi. Kriomi going to stop rushing now and maybe just standing back using the op. Grape actually takes down Kriomi straight away with a headshot. I said stop rushing. They were held back a little bit watching B main, but Grape's peak was just too OP and it even beat down that op. The op should be picked up in any second now maybe, but no. There's Unfair with a jiggle peek with only the Sheriff. Might want to run back and pick up that op and get back together with the team, but again, the Dragons just sticking together in a big 5 stack. They're going to make this rotation. They've made that noise on B. They're going to move through mid now, looking towards tree. Playing it slow again, just watching all angles from mid. Maybe trying to get another pick before they decide exactly where to go. But it does seem like the logical thing now is to keep moving towards A through tree. Swarm grenades out. Grape takes a little bit of damage, but not too much. And hiding in this little sneaky cubby hole now. Wondering if there's anyone else on A site for the side of the Goats. Unfair. Gonna maybe get B if they land that headshot. And he does land that headshot. Excellent stuff for Unfair, but A site is completely clear. Stator gets Unfair now. Lendorf falls from heaven as well. Satania with the Vandal taking them down. Gravegate taking down Edie as well. It's looking great for the Dragons. Oh my god, but Goats Mordecai with 2 kills with the classic. Will it be another? It won't, as Grape gets free again. 2 rounds in a row where Grape's got free, and it's 6-1 now to the Dragons against the Goats. The Goats looking a little bit troubled in this defensive side. Dragons' aggression just being really hard for them to deal with. And, you know, they lay that aggression down, and they turn down the tempo a little bit. play it slow, try and find another angle, another route through the map before ramping up the aggression yet again onto a new site, or sometimes rotating like around through mid straight back to the same site. I mean, they've got an excellent control of the tempo here, the Dragons and the Goats. Going to try and get at least some more rounds on the board before this half is over, because, you know, heading in the next half with 1-2 rounds is not looking good for them. Too suppressed for unfair. Great, making this aggressive push again. Kriomi has decided to stand back a little bit now, holding Guardian inside the switch. Little cubby hole. Shock dart comes out, but yeah, great, excellent work from Kriomi. Great dust fall, holding that angle down. Crossfire with unfair as well if anyone does make that push in. There's a Guardian on the back of site as well. Lendorf in mid, makes a little peek, but scared back by the fire. Molly with an excellent shot now. Gets one, Via gets another. It's only freestanding for the Ghosts now. 4 for the Dragons, 1 on half health. Satania still with the ultimate, not going to use it just yet, but Kriomi getting some excellent swings on Satania and Via. They both fall. The spike will go down, but Lendorf going to send the Paranoia out, but need to push off the back of it. There's the null command. It's a good spot to kick it off because they do have to push towards you, but that's it. Kriomi and Mordecai just charging into sight. It's 4 kills. Kriomi nearly an ace. Ever since Kriomi stopped making these aggressive pushes, their kill count has gone right up. So I'd like to see that continue. You know, maybe save that style of play for when they're actually attacking. The first 3-4 rounds on the defensive side, it didn't really work out. But now nearly catching up with the deaths. 6 kills, 7 deaths. So, you know, one more round and they might actually overtake it. So definitely switching up that playstyle has played into the hands of the Goats. Dragon's still looking really good though. 6-2, loads of kills on the board, good economy, loads of Vandals. This is the first full Vandal round, but there is still half shields on the side of the Goats, so we're not seeing everything thrown into this round. Still not a full buy for everyone yet. You know, the economy's been back and forth a little bit as the Goats managed to get a couple rounds of their own. Recon Dart doesn't get anything in B main, so a little bit of a slow push through B main. I think that's great. Kriomi now in mid, about to face 4 players if the peak times. But yeah, there's Grave getting Edie, and but Kriomi trades back, Satania trades back themselves, and it's 4 for 3. So again, Dragons are ahead yet again.
Wow.
They're back in mid yet again. Gonna decide where to push through. Grape does fall though. Grape was on very low health from that early battle with Edie.
Yeah, no. Hi, Bigfoot. Welcome. I'm here.
Oh. Hey, man. How's it going? Where you come from?
I came from Counter-Strike, but now I'm here. I managed to make it before the half ended, and it looks like this half's been a little bit rough for the defense side here. Now, I got to ask you, are we ready to see what's going on? I know that I got to finally save your voice. I know solo casting's not exactly easy on it.
No, it's been all right, to be honest. It hasn't been too fast, so the Dragons have been doing a great control of tempo. They make these aggressive pushes, then they slow down, regain map control. They do only have 10 seconds this time though, and Lendorf in a pretty awkward spot. Might be able to swing and get both kills, but yeah, like I said, excellent control of the tempo, and the Goats have been struggling to catch up, but no, that's it. So yeah, the Goats do get one more on the board. Sorry, that's only the second time they've actually had more players than the attackers though, and got around on the board. The first round they got on the board was Lendorf just shooting the spike planter at the last minute and then running away with their life. But that was actually a 1v3. I only got 1 kill, but it was enough to get the round.
Yeah. I mean, looking at what the Goats have been doing, I could see that they're having a little bit of an issue against the Dragons, but at the same time, looking at these two teams, looking at the main money that we're seeing, the last 2 rounds, being able to build those back up, that's going to be exactly what you need to see. We're seeing an op in the hands of Creo. We're seeing everything that the Goats need to keep this momentum going, and we can actually see this get tied 6-6. Obviously, those early rounds, the Dragons were living up to their name, being aggressive, fire-breathing beasts, but now they're going to have to breathe some more fire into the life of the enemies here, as we're seeing a pop of an ult and a push onto a site.
Oh yeah, another thing worth noticing that you missed is also this Kriomi Jet on the defensive side was playing far too aggressively to start off with, and it mostly resulted in suicide, but it slowed down a little bit and started to get more kills on the board once there were more holding angles and stuff. But also, Grey's been an excellent jet too, so it's been a little bit of a battle of the jets, and then obviously we've got these slight different matchup as well with the Neon.
You should run.
But now the attacker Killjoy is going to go down to protect that spike against the defender Killjoy. I think one of these lockdowns might get pushed and taken out. No.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, these ultimates are going to just have a little Venn diagram on the minimap as we are seeing the retake underway. Goats, you need to cheek this by Storm. What a shot. And there's going to be the trades. A double kill here for this KO. But can't make it a triple. But there's no time. Doesn't matter if you can't hit your shots. That bomb's going to go off anyways, and attackers will take it. Beautiful job here for these players. Let's see what else can happen, but I can't wait to see what goes down moving forward in this round. The fact that the Dragons were able to break the streak doesn't really matter, as Goats still have enough money.
Yeah, we've almost seen a full Vandal round from both teams, but the closest we've got is Vandals on everyone and then half shields on some people. Neither team's, I mean, it's mostly been the Goats in the back foot, to be honest. The Dragons have managed to build up like plenty economy and plenty rounds where they have had a full buy, but Goats haven't yet managed to do it at exactly the same time as the Dragons. And yeah, we have another early push. Titania gets taken down, but Grey bounces back. 4 for 4 now. We're going to do this typical thing of moving through mid. So this is actually where the Goats could really catch them off. If the Goats just took that mid control when it's empty and waited for that push, they might be able to get some good kills in there. Because it's a very big habit of the Dragons to make a push onto B and then go through mid. There is definitely an answer for that the Goats could do, but they haven't done it yet.
Yeah, they have yet to do it, but look at this. Mordecai will be spotted out, but doesn't matter. Good for one. And now is on a beautiful flank. Last player standing is going to be Grape, and that is going to be a wonderful one-tap down. I mean, defense. They're doing exactly what they need to do. As we're seeing just a consistent amount of damage here from the Goats. But last round and a half, 5 to 7 would be absolutely perfect for these guys. And I got to see if it is going to be enough, as I'm hoping that the Goats are going to be able to turn this game around, because I know how good this team is. I've seen them play before, especially on the side of attack, to be a lot better.
Yeah, they definitely did good last time we did the Welsh Esports leagues. They've just been confused by the Dragons' like tempo. It's like up and down, and just good map control, good map movement, and they have had answers that they could be doing, and they've missed a couple opportunities to answer back, especially with that mid control. But now it's going to be a very, very quick push onto A. Mid being completely ignored by the Dragons as Grape just walks straight up into heaven. I say walk, uses the updraft and the dash, but gets straight up into heaven and gets a great early kill. But no one's dropped for the side of the Dragons yet. And now the Goats make this push through tree. But the judge is right there. It's going to be one for Satania. Will it be another? No. Mordecai trades out.
Wow. And getting traded out, Mordecai is going to grab that big pick there. So let's see what they can do now. We are seeing a player named Molly setting up for the lineup with the Molly. Hopefully that is going to work out in their favor. Grape grabs one. We do see Eddie from above. Goats is doing a decent job trying to re-hit, but it's just going to be one remaining. Good luck here. And yeah, unfair. Definitely unfair for them. 4 to 8.
Yeah, and Molly doesn't even have to use her grenades this time. She managed to get them off one round, and it was really clutch. It won the whole round, but no need to do it that time. Too many players on site. Yeah, as we move into the second round, I mean, the Goats did good to get more than one. It was 6-1 at one point, so they did good to get the next 3 on the board. 4-8. Definitely got slightly more potential as an attacking team, I think, especially with Kuyomi's aggression. You know, Kuyomi's defensive aggression by themselves wasn't really working, but on the attacking side, leading the team into a site, leading the team into an area to gain that map control, might be slightly more effective. But unfortunately, didn't actually manage to catch up with the defs like I was talking about halfway through. You know, still over-aggressed a little bit, but when they were holding angles on the defensive side, it worked really well for them. But let's see how the aggression works for them, and now they're actually attacking.
And here we go. Big flash. Big shot. Oh, beautiful job. And now let's see what else they can do. I like what we're seeing from Eddie, grabbing these picks pistol round. 4 to 8. I mean, Goats, they have an aggressive team composition, if you haven't noticed here, Bigfoot. I mean, it's something that will very much lead into a horribly attack-sided map. I mean, right now you got the Sova, the KO, and the Jet. The only thing I could see being defense oriented would be the Killjoy, which has insane post-plant power. And, you know, It's a similar team composition, but I like what I'm seeing from the Goats more when it comes to the attack.
Yeah, Moddy's Killjoy was pretty effective on the attack side, so it'll be interesting to see how she handles switching over now to defense. But quick dash into sight. Graves going to get the door down. Quick trade from both sides. And now Kuromi makes this push into the back site, but right behind them we've got Satanius with a Sheriff. When's Satania going to pop his head out of that smoke? I'm not sure. Maybe the smoke will fall before he does. Kuromi holding down an angle. Very good angle to hold down if they think you're going to be on site. Shock Dart does push them back a little bit. Doesn't do any damage. We'll push them back again. Excellent shot through the wall from Satania, though. Wow. Unfair. Finishes it off with a flank onto CT.
Wow. Now, Bigfoot, looking at how this is going, it's kind of the normal, 2-to-1 curve that you see at the half switch. The fact that the Goats managed to take pistol, they could have the advantage to keep moving it forward, but at the same time, I'm liking what we're watching from them. I'm liking for these guys being able to just get these picks, but at the same time, I love the fact that we're seeing one taps down for the side of the Dragons now. They have rifles in hands. Actually, no, wait, they forced up. Hold up. Why'd you force up? You got no money. Never mind. I thought I was a round ahead. My brain's big brain. I couldn't see the scoreboard, so I was a little lost, but don't worry about me. Let's worry about what the Goats can do now that they have SMGs.
Looks like it's going to be a big B-side push. Tony with just a classic this time. No Sheriff in hand. Won't be able to easily wallbang. Door goes down. Lendorf's going to get the spike down, though. Kriomi falls after getting Satania. Excellent shot there from Molly, though. No scoping with the Marshal. Mordecai now going to try and finish off this last player, Grape. Only with a Marshal. Very little health. And yet, Unfair will get the kill.
Wow. Unfair getting that kill. Sorry about that, but now we're going to be seeing rifles. I might have jumped the gun a little bit, but Dragons now has the ability to try to pick it up. So let's see what they can do. Via in a decent position to find maybe 1 or 2 with these rounds in. I like what else we've seen from players like Eddie. Now, I don't think he's going to be getting nearly as many kills as he got on defense on this Silva. I did not know that there was a bear in there. Where are we? Are we inside the boat at Switch? There's a bear in this thing?
Caravan, where's this bear?
Where's this bear, dude?
Secret bear.
It is? What? Okay. All right.
You called it. You know. How did you know?
There's only so many places a bear can hide.
Oh no. Kriomi making that swing round, but will be taken down by the Guardian of Grape. Spamming into the smoke. They know that Lendorf's there, but won't get the kill. Goats taken down to 4 players yet again. Numbers not in their favor, but they can do it on this attack side. Got better chances of a 4v5 on attack than defense, I think. But Satania holding down this generator angle, not spied by Eddie's drone.
Ooh, nice nade. Nice knife. Is going to get a bunch of info. Oh, do it again. Satania is going to get another one, but now it's just up to Mordecai. Now let's see if you can find your Margaret. Can you clutch this up? No, you cannot. Molly cleaning house, and beautiful job by defense.
If that double headshot had just been a millimeter to the left, that whole round could have gone so different. But yeah, it was bang on target, hitting 2 of them in 1. And that's why you got to keep some distance between you and your teammates. You know, you can't be swinging in front of each other, standing right next to each other like that. You got to be, keep a few feet between you. A little bit of distance so you can get double killed. Like, that was insane. Grape going to keep the Guardian in hand. Definitely an effective weapon in the hands of Grape, so that'll stay there. But Via only on the Sheriff, and then 3 rifles for the rest of the squad. 4 rifles now in the hands of the Goats.
Ooh, what a shot by Grape. Do it again. Oh, but the dash and the blind, the combo. Oh my God, Creo. Absolutely beautiful with that. That's how you have to be aggressive. You don't want to get collated again. But Stater stating the facts that he's dead. Let's see if we can see some more. Now we have a triple kill here, Bigfoot. This could be a potential ace.
Yeah, I mean, Kriomi's aggression had a place somewhere in this game. We're starting to find it in this attack in half a little bit more, but unfortunately taken down by Molly, aggressing too far into their own little Cloudburst there, but the spike will go down by the hands of Lendoff, and it is a 2v2. Via with only a Sheriff. Mordecai holding a very awkward angle, probably going to get Molly any second now, and then, yeah, it's going to be very difficult for Via to get these 2 kills with just the Sheriff. There is a rifle on the floor there, might be able to change things up a little bit. If you can get one, you might be able to get the other, but you've got to go fast, Via. Tagged out just a tiny bit. In about 5-10 seconds, they might have to save.
I'm looking too hot here.
Oh,
yeah, not looking hot at all. Via doesn't have the vitality to stay alive. And that is going to be a clean round here for the GOATs. I mean, little things like that go a long way. Now looking forward to what these guys are going to be able to pick up. And hopefully it's going to pick up enough. See what can happen.
Looks like it'll be a bit of a save round for the Dragons. 2 rounds ahead, they can afford to do this. 1 rifle in the hands of Titania. But full buy for the GOATs, aside from Eddie on a half shield. And it's actually a Blade Storm for both teams too.
Ooh, I like the blade. Oh, only good for 50. Wait.
No,
I heard the damage.
Yeah, I mean, I must have hit a wall or something. I don't know.
Huh.
It did sound like a little thud into a body, didn't it? But
yeah.
I have the spike.
Not going to be enough, though. Definitely had the right idea, just not the headshots in there. Like next time, but also a bit of info gathered at the very least, so they know that there's people in A main. Lendoff, this little teleport to swing with Eddie, just in case anyone is holding from Wine. No one was holding from Wine, though. They're going to be holding from Tree and behind Jenny. You've got Molly behind Jenny and Grape inside Tree. Kriomi versus Grape yet again.
Oh, nice nade. Grape in a great spot. But there we go. Kriomi and Eddie grabbing the double kill down. GOATs are not done quite yet. They are the greatest of all time if they can manage to bring this game back away from the Dragons. Was that, of course, 6-0, so... Or 6-2.
6-1 was the lowest. That was the furthest back they got. It was 6-1, yeah.
Oh, not exactly clean. So, Grape, what can you do?
No more.
Nice. Good swing from Eddie there, getting that headshot. Going to send the drone straight out, trying to see if anyone else is inside Tree. Does catch one, but drone gets taken out before the tag hits off. Statall going to make that push in. Excellent double headshot from Statall, but Edie trades out with Via. Statall gets a third. Is the Sheriff going to be enough? Oh, my days. Sin by the recon, but not going to be enough, and Edie gets 4. Edie or Eddie?
Yeah.
I need to ask. It's probably Eddie. There needs to be 2 Ds in there.
Yeah, I mean, Ed, and Eddie, double D, single I. Let's see what can happen. I mean, these guys know how to play it out. So Eddie here, or EDI, if we want to make sure it's an acronym. What do you think that might stand for? I don't even want to think about it.
I think it's just Eddie, mate.
Yeah, probably just Eddie.
Keep on reading it, Edie.
I mean, it's very similar to like Edict, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of what his name is, he sure is at the top of the scoreboard right now, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's doing damage.
Doing really good. Grape with this early aggression again. Grape and Kriomi, man. I want to see a 1v1 tournament between these two, but we're basically getting it anyway at the start of every round. We did actually have Grape push Kriomi's up earlier with a Vandal and take them out. That was amazing. And then another headshot for Grape. Grape is on top right now as 2 GOATs fall. And they're going to have to pull something out the bag if they're going to come out on top of this round. Satania making this push with a Judge now. But the retreat has came through. No one will be pushing A main. Eddie holding it down still, but not going to be making that push. If the rotation comes through, but they've been sinned by Grape. Grape has an opportunity now to get 5 kills if they get these 2.
Oh, there we go. Decent a try. And here we go. Eddie eating up the enemies and looking for more. Let's see if they can find it. As, of course, Grape is the one that's been anchoring this down. That's another. Give it to him. Give it to him.
Go get
Can he get the ace? 4 bullets. Oh, no! A lesson in reloading, I guess.
Yeah, but you know when you're on the train trying to get the ace on the ace train, it's not always what you're thinking about, is it?
Oh yeah, I mean they definitely saw red and they wanted to go for it, but looks like they're only going to be watching now. The rest of their team might actually be getting aced by instead of Eddie. What is happening? A battle of titans right now.
Judge right there might be possible.
No, this is... Yeah,
no,
that's
not possible. Should have swung. There was enough time to kill them, to kill Satania at least, I guess, with a swing, but Judge
Then the
work was very
Killjoy.
good. Sorry?
Then the Killjoy pops out. So it's like, what do you even do?
Oh yeah, was that a wasted lockdown?
Yeah, use the lockdown too. You're not like, moving away from that. So I think they were. That's crazy to me.
Molly,
A single
you okay?
Sova, a single Sova, and they are that afraid of him, so they pop an ultimate and rush him with a judge. I mean, that tells you everything you need to know about the mental when they see Eddie being last player standing.
Yeah, Eddie is very, very high scoring, very nearly as many kills as Grape, just 5 kills behind Grape there. Recon Dart straight in the mid going to be very useful there, but Grape making this push again. Trying to get up to the 30 bomb before this game is out. There's possibly only 3 rounds to do it, but if the Goats manage to get a couple more on the board, then maybe we'll hit that full 30 bomb.
You should run.
Big push coming in B side now.
Let's see what can happen now. Here we go. Lots of damage. 2 are down for the price of 1. They do have the site and the bomb plant, but how long are they going to be able to keep it? The retake is what I would risk my life on if these guys knew how to take it. They have the opportunity to push in, and Eddie's down. This is perfect. Nice hold from Lendoff, though.
Yeah, good angle to hold. Molly might actually get the switch on Unfair here. Not quite. Lendoff gets 1, Unfair gets 1. Now it's Via versus Lendoff. Who's going to come out on top? It will be Via. Nice shots. And the defuse is going to come in. That will be 1 more round on the board for the Dragons. They only need 2 more now to close this game out. Goats going to be trying desperately to catch up now before they run away with it.
Wow. And they might run away from this. Now 2 away from taking the entire game. You know, I gotta hand it Bigfoot. I forgot how fast Valorant games go when you work 5 hours of Counter-Strike in a row. They really, like, Valorant, there's so much on the line, and you have to do it so quickly, and there's so many different, like, angles you have to approach it. Utility, abilities, anything that goes, it goes. But let's see who's going to be going into the next part of this game here with a win.
Yeah, I mean, the difference in time it gets to sight between, you know, like on B main between the 2 barriers, there's no room whatsoever, is there? Just so it can be so fast. It doesn't have to be every round, but it can be so fast. But yeah, now the Goats are on that attacking side, and they're controlling the tempo a little bit more. They are doing it a little bit faster than the Dragons did. Little jickle peep from Satani there does get a bit of info. Kriomi's there with the Sheriff, but Kriomi's going to make this push in now. Long. It's not going to be good enough short range, actually, and Satania gets 2 headshots there. Spike is down. It does look like they'll be able to get this up to 12 points this round. Goats in a pretty tricky situation. 1 behind the dice. Going to get a little bit of a shot, but now Grape's pushing in with the Blade Storm.
There we go. Nice.
Nice.
Good final knife. That means that they get all 5 back. Now Mordecai is gone. These Dragons. You know what's funny? In all of, like, fantasy, what do dragons eat most often that really pisses off people in the fantasy world?
Goats and sheep.
Yeah, exactly.
Livestock.
Oh, this is not going to be good for goats if they get eaten up by a dragon. You might have to send an adventurer to try to take them down, but I don't know.
Send in 1 hobbit with a little ring.
Oh, absolutely. Let's see if Bilbo can try to fix this game. I don't know. It's going to be pretty tough. Or, you know, if we're talking Hobbit, they might find the scale that's missing and get that 1 angle to bring this game into overtime.
There's 3 of them there pushing together. But now we're going to have just Kiyomi pushing in by themselves. Kriomi all alone on site now, and definitely the team needs to catch up with them. They do push in at site. Mordecai gets 1, Unfair gets 1. It is looking good for the Goats so far. At least they'll be able to get it up to 9 if they get this round, but they're going to have to win every other round after that to take us to overtime if they want to win this series. Mordecai pushing in. Does get 1 at the stat. Oh, a nice headshot there. Kriomi holding down Heaven. Gets another. Satania falls via last one standing. Can she pull it off? I don't think so in a 1v5, unfortunately. Might want to just go save. Does get 1 kill, but will be traded out there. Kriomi peeking up to Heaven.
Wow. Attackers now taking this. They might have found the weak point to put their black arrow to shut the dragon out of the sky. This could happen. I'm not ruling anything out yet. Obviously, this is one of the rounds where we still can see an afforded buy here from players like Grape and the rest of their team. But if they lose this, they're kind of running on fumes. They don't really have enough to full buy, so they're going to have to either win this round, get some guns in their hand, and win the game, actually. Or if they lose this, a comeback is definitely potential.
If they can just keep this going, there's a big heavy aggression there, but they're taken out by the 0 point. Not taken out, but their abilities on. I think nearly one of them was noticed. Mordecai holding down mid, though, does get a little shot on a Grape. Will it be enough? Yes, it is enough when you hit the head. Now what's going to happen? Are they going to keep making this push, or are they going to do what the Dragons did and take that mid control and rotate?
Here we go. Looking to push in. Of course, we are seeing now 5 versus 4. This could be the comeback that the GOATs need. Let's see this now. Pushing forward. Might be able to find the pick. I like the Chaos positioning here, but the fact that Attack already won one of the major players down, this tells you everything you need to see. Via the only player on A having to win this fight if they want to secure it. Can they actually find Mordecai out? But unfair. Saying life's unfair with a nice KO diff.
Little bit of a differential there, and that is exactly what the Ghosts need to move forward. Oh no, but Via get Mordecai down, and Lendoff can't get this kill. It might all be over, but it's okay. Unfair does get it, but actually, Kriomi pushing up on top of that generator. Excellent swing there from Via, taking Kriomi out. Oh no, Modi, really, really crucial kill onto Eddie. One of their top fraggers down now. There we have an excellent headshot. Yeah, nice. 10 to 12. They might be able to do it.
Absolutely. They have the potential. They can cook. They can. And I say let them cook. Don't let them cook too much, though, because then you have, you know, nice goat meat. And we don't really want to be eating the goats. That's Dragon's job. But no money in the hands of Dragons right now. They're going to have to force up with some sheriffs. They're going to have to force up with some judges. They're going to have to judge if they're good enough for this game. But at the same time, I'm looking at the goats here. They got some ultimates to use. The post plant's definitely close. Lendoth can rotate if he grabs an orb. Mordecai is a kill and a plant and a orb away from having post plant ultimate. They can get us into overtime here.
Oh my days, they're just going to push straight through. That 0 point is no problem for them. 4 suppressed, but seconds are counting down, and they're going to get their abilities back any second now. But are they going to push through this smoke? It's interestingly enough, even with those 4 scouted out by the knife, they're not making a full rotation over to be on the defensive side. They're actually holding down A still. Grape takes down Eddie with a headshot with the sheriff, though. That's crucial. Really, really annoying for the goats there. Going to be another one or not. Grape taking down at 24. Won't be finished off.
And here we go. Now, 3 versus 5. Defense. They've managed to put themselves in a position to actually win this on a Thrifty. And if they do, or sorry, 4 versus 5. But they can win it on a Thrifty regardless, as that is going to help. A little pop.
No.
Just pops that guy's balloon.
Not like
Ruins
this.
his birthday.
Not like that. Not with a quick headshot from the sheriff. A little bit of a camp with the judge. Is this really how the Dragons are going to send the goats packing?
30 seconds left.
And there we go. Like this angle. Lendoth now TPing onto the site. This is the power of ultis. They can get themselves on the bomb. And they have everything they need to go for the post plant. But I did see a Neon popping an ult here. Let's see if they can actually make it work. This is an overdrive, but you've got about 5 seconds to start using it. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, that's Neon doesn't walk. Neon runs. Come on. Get running.
Hey,
get shooting those fingers, but no, it's gone. No, it's going to be a 2v5 now. It's going to be so hard for Lendoff to do this. Time is ticking. Gets 2. Won't get enough, though. Stato finishes off Lendoff and will get the spike diffused. And it does go over to the Dragons. The Goats doing so good. Nearly managing to catch up, but taken back 13 to 10.
Wow. Okay. I mean, that is exactly what we need to be seeing. So I like what we had watched from these players. They were able to really pick up the paces. And I got to say, sorry I was late. Again, Bigfoot, thank you for doing such a great job solo casting while I had to
okay.
connect in the first place. So
You're welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate you and all that you do. And I got to ask you, where were your thoughts at the beginning of the game? I would have asked you this back then. So I got to ask, how was that start? I mean, Dragons obviously started off strong, going 6-1 early on.
Yeah, I mean, the Goats could have changed the whole game around with a slightly different beginning game tactic. Kriomi was doing far too much solo aggression, and had those pushes been made with a one-way Omen smoke and KO flash, for example, which it was all there available, instead of just running into the team by themselves, they could have actually maybe changed the game quite a lot, or just not done those aggressive pushes at all and held angles with the rest of the team. That could have actually made a victory for the Goats, to be honest. See on that A site, you can one way with the Omen. You can flash out with the KO, and you can take that and take control from Wine to the entrance way for the attackers, and they just can't get in after that. But instead, it was just Kriomi dashing out by themselves and unfortunately dying. And then even when Kriomi bought it up and started holding back an ankle, Grape just swung and got the headshot straight away with the Vandal there. So that was just crucial stuff from Grape there, which is actually our MVP of the match there. Econ rating of 82 and ACS of 338, looking pretty good.
Yeah, ACS, I mean, in the 300s in a competitive sense is pretty dang solid. Obviously, nearly 30 bombing it. But the real thing that I want to point out about Grape is, you said they were so good at getting the entries down and taking out Kriomi. Yeah, they were. 9 first bloods.
Wow.
That more rounds than almost as many rounds that the enemy team has won. Grape had gotten first blood on. Obviously, Kriomi did a good job as the Jet entering as well with 6, but a difference of 3 is quite big when it comes to first bloods. But of course, I believe that is all we have for us today, and a pretty solid game to watch and play for all sides here. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen moving forward, as I know that these teams and the way that this works, if you guys don't know about the Welsh Esports League, it's a round robin bracket pretty much where everybody plays each other once or twice, and then it's done. There's 28 matches. This was one of 28, and now we just have to see where the final seed's going to be putting these guys. But so far, seeing how the Dragons have competed, how Grape has hit their shots, I'm thinking that they might be up in that seed.
Yeah, it's looking really good for the Dragons this season. Excellent stuff. I mean, Goats too, they're looking good, but they just need to sort out their tactics a little bit just to stay ahead of the game. They've definitely got the ability when their team cohesion is there, when they've got a plan and they stick to it, and when that plan's a good plan and not a suicidal one, they can definitely come out on top. So moving forward, the Goats probably will be getting more rounds on the board. But of course, the Dragons taking that one. So well done, Dragons. Congratulations. Excellent game tonight. And we'll see you next week, I guess. We'll be back for the next 3 weeks after this one. We will have more than one game a night from that. There was an unfortunate cancellation tonight. But for the next 3 weeks going, we'll have more games for you. So come back and we'll see you again soon.
Thanks for watching.